Hi friends, welcome to the Hannah G Knits podcast. Today I am sharing new pattern releases from the month of April in 2025. If we haven't met before, I am Hannah. I'm a mom and a knitter in North Carolina, and I am here on YouTube, Instagram, and I have a newsletter. You can find the links to those below. I love to share my project updates, what I'm working on, my design progress, and a new series, which is new patterns from the month. If you missed my last ones, you can view them here. I love seeing what is a new pattern, what's a new trend, what's going on in the knitting world, but I'm not able to keep up with my knitting. I have so many projects in my queue, I can't just add all these new ones, although I would love to, and I might, but I still want to share them with you guys. So it's like talking to a friend or your sister. That's kind of what I do. I talk about them with my sister all the time, and I am just going to share them with you. Maybe I'll share a yarn recommendation if I have one, and just my initial thoughts. So I have quite a few today. We'll see how many I can get through before my daughter wakes up from her nap. I have a Ravelry bundle with all of the ones that I'm hoping to talk about today. The first one is the Geddy Tee. I love this one because it's a combo scrap buster, and you can buy some new yarn if you're wanting to do that. This is by Tanis Fiber Arts. It's a knitted tee, and it has these cute granny square shoulders. So she recommends a DK weight yarn for this, and it's her own yarn, but there's lots of other options you can do. It's US 6 needles. The yardage is not too high because it's a tee, and I just love it. I think it's so cute. Size inclusive, I love that. I actually saw one of the test knitters made this with Drops Belle, which is a cotton linen yarn, and it's so affordable. I think this would be the perfect project for summer, like a cute summer tee. I have used that yarn before. I love it. So good. Next is the Avenue Tee by Tori You. I'm seeing a lot of this V-neck or U-neck, as they call it, combo. So she has both included in this pattern. This is a fingering weight. It uses US 4 needles or 3.5 millimeters, and it just looks like a classic. She said the Avenue Tee is the hand knit version of that favorite store-bought t-shirt of yours. Size inclusive pattern is written with 2 neck shaping options, crew and V-neck, and is a top-down contiguous construction that has worked seamlessly to create a fit that mimics set-in sleeves. Prepare to live in this lightweight essential tee. This is one trend that I have been seeing pretty often. Let's see if we can get a picture of the shoulder. Yep. This is a trend I have been seeing pretty often, is this contiguous sort of shaping. It's mimics like a saddle shoulder style, but you don't have to do all of the cutting, casting on, all the separate pieces. It's knit like a raglan almost. So I really like this construction, and that is what drew me to the tee. It's fingering weight yarn. She recommends Explore knits and fibers. Of course, you can use any fingering weight yarn. I would probably go Knitting for Olive, Merino. You could do the silk. I recently knit with silk, so I would probably use the Merino because I just did a sample in silk, but I love the Knitting for Olive colors. You could do the butter yellow that's in. I also like the colors that have been in recently, that poppy red. I still like the dusty artichoke. All the colors that have been on trend for the last like 3 years, I kind of love. I'm not necessarily a butter yellow girl. I know that color is huge right now. I just don't know about yellow with my like skin tone. Of course, if I want to wear it, I will, but I don't know about having a piece in my wardrobe for a long time. That's a color I'm not sure about, but I love it on everyone else. And I'm happy to support yellow. I feel like it's been years since yellow has been super in, so it's super in right now. Next is a sweater. This is called Finest Kind by Alicia Plummer. And now this is interesting, okay? I have been wondering about this. I saw her release this in April. Now she's calling this her Rhinebeck sweater. I'm excited to share with you my Rhinebeck sweater for 2025. It's for every single body, which I love that part. Anyway, the charismatic and rugged Maine coastline lives in every stitch of the sweater. So it's inspired by Maine coastline. Love that as well. But she's releasing her Rhinebeck sweater in April. Usually we see these in August. So I don't know if she's just jumping ahead of the game, or if this is what we're going to start seeing the Rhinebeck releases earlier and earlier. I love this for her. No one else is knitting a Rhinebeck sweater right now, so way to get ahead of the game. All the other sort of April releases I'm seeing are more transitional pieces, like the spring going into summer, starting summer tea kind of thing. But this could be good for friends in the Southern Hemisphere. It's an Aran weight sweater, so I'm interested to see how this goes. Knitting an Aran weight sweater across the summer so that you can have it ready for Rhinebeck in the fall. I don't know, I think it's cool. I like it because it stands out versus in August when everyone's releasing their big Rhinebeck sweater projects and releases and kicking off the season. I don't know, I kind of like this year-round big sweater season. I'm into that. I knit with wool year-round, so I love to see a pattern like this, so I'm not tempted to cast on all the tees. Yeah, I kind of love it, so good for her. Another one that's a little more fall-ish, winterish is the Gramps Slipover by Tania Barley. This caught my eye. I saw Tazi from Tangles and Starlight. They created the most beautiful outfit. I was immediately drawn to it, so I looked up the pattern, and this is it. Gramps Slipover by Tania Barley. It's a DK weight pattern, and it uses US 6 needles. It's a cozy, oversized vest with a boxy shape and rather deep armholes, perfect for layering over shirts and dresses. I love it. I love the color work at the bottom. I'm into it. I love the sample. It's beautiful colors. Tazi used Scout, which is one of my favorite yarns, but you can use any DK weight yarn that you have. I love this. 9 sizes. It's beautiful. I'm not familiar with the designer or seen any of their patterns before. When I saw this on Instagram, I knew. I am curious, where do you guys see your new patterns? Do you go to YouTube, Ravelry, or Instagram? I mostly find mine on Instagram from people I follow, and then I will, see the designer's page, but I know Ravelry, obviously hot right now, or YouTube. A lot of videos like this out there, new patterns for each month. So I'm just curious where you guys find your new patterns. Is it Instagram? Is it here? Is it Ravelry? Let me know in the comments. Next, we have Summer in Sicily. This one is definitely giving summer. I love it. It's April. You can knit it for summer. This is by Minimi Knit Designs. It's size inclusive, DK weight. The suggested yarn is Cardiff Cashmere, so I wouldn't be using that because it's out of my budget, but there's so many good DK weight yarns for summer. I would probably go, Rerum Natura has Penelope, which is still luxurious wool and silk blend. Lots of lovely DK weight blends you could use for this. Loving the eyelets, I'm loving the texture. I feel like 2025 has been a year of texture in 2024. Just huge texture, and I love it. This is absolutely giving summer vacation, right? The deep V-neck, the eyelets. I don't have like a summer in Sicily planned for myself, but maybe you do, or maybe you don't, and you could wear it around town and pretend like you do. Let's see what else. This is a really unique one. Hot Springs Towel Set by Purl Soho. To me, this gives knitting is a luxury hobby. It doesn't have to be, right? You can buy affordable yarn or you can do whatever, but this to me is giving luxury. It is a hand knit towel set. It's beautiful. It's stunning. They showcase their new yarn, which is Purl Soho June Worsted. It's a cotton linen blend, which seems perfect for a towel. So I love it. I think it's beautiful. Will I ever make this? Probably not. Maybe if there's a mini version. There is a few different sizes, like washcloth, hand towel. I could go washcloth maybe with some of my leftover cottons and whatnot. Will I ever knit myself a full towel set? Probably not. That's just not my lifestyle right now, but I think it's so cool. I love this, and I think the samples are stunning. Maybe that's part of it. The orange and the blue colors together, I think they're just stunning. Again, will I make it? Probably not. Do I love it? Yes. I saw this on Instagram pop up, and yeah, it's amazing to me. I can't mention April patterns without mentioning the new Liner Magazine 52 Weeks of Scrap Yarn. Every pattern in this book I want. As soon as this comes to my library, I'm putting it on hold. I want this book so much. It is so good. It looks so good to me. I seriously, looking through the pattern previews, it was so hard for me to choose. I think I put 2 on here, but it was hard to choose. I would really love to knit most of these patterns. I think they're just they're stunning. So this one that I'm showing now is the Sloane Square. It's a DK weight cardigan. Now, I shared the Geddy Tee earlier, which is a mix of crochet and knitting. This is just knitting. This looks like granny squares, but it's knitting. I love that because I'm just not a crochet girl. I wish I could be. I have tried crochet, but I think it's just not for me. So I am really excited that this has the style, and I just think it's stunning. I actually really want to make this. I think I might. Either I'll switch it out with something in my Make 9, or I'll just put it on my Make 9 for next year when I'm like buying more yarn and stuff, because although this is scrap yarn, I would need to probably buy the base color. This recommends West Wool Tandem. I do love that yarn. I have been to Stephen West's shop and I have seen the wall of Tandem. I don't think I have a picture of it. And it's stunning. The yarn is that good. I would buy the yarn instead of using yarn from my yarn pantry because it's just so beautiful. I think a comparable yarn that's more affordable and that I can just get from my local yarn shop would be Scout from Kelbourne Woolens. It has the same sort of springy feel. It has some beautiful colors. I'm just really drawn to this oatmeal-y color. I love how the model's wearing it with denim and black and oatmeal. Those are like my winter colors. I would love to wear this. So the pink and gold and navy, yes, I'm really into this one, if you can't tell. Out of all of these, I would probably choose to make this one. I think it would just be cute and comfy, and yeah, I want to make it. So maybe I will, maybe I won't, but I don't know. What do you guys like this one? I just like this one a lot. I don't know. I might start collecting all my Scout like scraps and I have some campers so I can hold that double and just, yeah, hold on to it because I think it's so cute. It says it has a unique construction. I'm into that. I don't know. I'm really into this one. Okay, I'll move on before I just talk about this the whole time. The next one is Carteret. This is a handbag from 52 Weeks of Scrap Yarn. Again, guys, I wanted to pick all the patterns. I should probably just check out the book or maybe I should buy it. The Carteret pouches were inspired by spring colors on the beaches of Western France. Their intersecting straight lines have a fascinating architectural look and are also satisfying to knit. I love when the pattern describes itself as satisfying to knit because we have all been there. We know when something's satisfying to knit. So them saying it, I love it. There's 3 sizes. See, there's probably a much more fancy way to pronounce this since they said they were from Western France. However, there are beaches in my state where I live. There's a county called Carteret County. It is beaches as well, and that's how you pronounce it. So I'm just gonna go Carteret County. We go there often. It's delightful. It is probably not as romantic as Western France. However, I could see myself bringing this pouch to Carteret County in North Carolina and loving it. I think this is so unique. I would love to make it. It's sport weight yarn. The recommended yarn is cotton. So I do have some cotton in my yarn pantry right now. I think I might try this just as a fun, satisfying project. Again, I just need to get this book and look at it because, yeah, as someone trying to use all the yarn in my yarn pantry, that's wrong. I'm not going to use all the yarn in my yarn pantry. As someone trying to use yarn exclusively from my yarn pantry, I think this would be a good fit because, tangent, recently I have run into the problem of trying to use all of the yarn in my yarn pantry, but having a difficult time estimating how much yarn I actually have. So I will say, okay, I think I have enough for this project, and weigh the yarn, see like, I think the yardage is pretty good, and then it's like not quite enough, and I'm like, it's fine, I'll crop it, or it's fine, I think, you know, designers overestimate. And then I get to the end of my project and I have like this much of the sleeve left, I'm out of yarn. That happened to me recently with a sweater I was working on with yarn from my yarn pantry, and I had to go buy another ball of yarn, which is fine, it's okay. But yeah, I think something that was made for scraps would be better because then maybe I wouldn't run out, but maybe I just would run out still because I don't know, maybe it's a me problem. There's some squirrels outside discussing. I can't tell if they're fighting or they're just discussing. So I'm getting distracted by them. Okay, friends, 3 patterns left. I can't believe Poppy's still sleeping. I'm just gonna finish all of them. The next one is the Comebackigan. This is by Andrea Mowry. I let me tell you how I found this. Scrolling through Instagram one day, and I was stopped by the most stunning cardigan in a reel, and it was 3 different stylings. It was Casey. If you watch Casey, you already know her poppy red Comebackigan cardigan. It's gorgeous. This is what really drew me to it. I like Andrea's version as well, but wow, this was stunning. If I had that, I would wear that all the time. It's so gorgeous. Am I going to knit a sport weight cardigan right now? No, but I'm putting it in my favorites because I do think that I could wear this often and I could enjoy knitting it. It has a unique texture. I think it's a lightweight version of her oxbow cardigan. I just think it's stunning. It is knit from the bottom up again, so not really my favorite construction. I don't know that this would be satisfying to knit, but satisfying to wear, and that is valid too. So I think it's stunning. It's size inclusive. It's beautiful. I feel like this is everywhere, but maybe we don't have the same algorithm. If you haven't seen the Kathy cardigan by Rebecca Clow, it is beautiful. It's a cardigan inspired by her grandmother, I believe. I watched her when she first put this idea into the world, and I think it's been years. And now she's taken the time to design it and grade it and make sure it's like very size inclusive and just friendly for everyone. If you haven't seen the Kathy cardi, here it is. I'm into the short sleeve cardis right now. I think that's really cute and good for spring. So I like this green one the most. That is the sample I would use. She recommends holding together that mohair lace weight. So I would go, again, probably knitting for Olive, mohair and merino, and make this. I think it's beautiful for DK weight, but here's what I was thinking. DK weight could be good for like a cotton wool blend for the summer. Rerum Natura has some stunning blends. There's a yarn called Candide that I'm really interested in using. It's a cotton blend, and I think that would be good for this pattern. It's a sport weight, but I'm thinking it would just be more open, and I have been looking for that sort of cotton wool summer cardigan, and I think this would be a really good fit for that. Like to wear to the beach maybe, beach, to the coffee shop. I think that would be cute. This might actually be a good idea. And maybe one day I will make it. I feel like that should be the title of all of these videos. Maybe one day I will make it. Or just the title of my life, because that's where I'm at right now. I have a lot of projects on my needles. I recently cleared them and then I just filled them back up again. This one is the Mountain Laurel top. I'm partial to this designer because they're from North Carolina and that's where I live. But I think this is a stunning tank or slipover or transitional summer piece. It is beautiful. There's 2 fits, so a men's chart and a women's chart, which is so thoughtful. Mountain Laurel top features a combination of cables and lace to create a richly textured top. Minimalist finishing with I-cord edging lets the stitch pattern shine. Plant fibers in the yarn lend a natural drape to the fabric, and the silk in the blend gives the top an elegant, subtle sheen. Stunning. So she recommends Wandering Flock cotton linen, and there's lots of other yarns that you could use. I'm putting a link below for Amy Sure Makes, their shop. It is an affiliate link, so if you shop through it, then I get a small commission at no cost to you. But she has excellent summer blends. While I don't make a ton of summer knits, I do love the summer yarn blends, and I love to see them and feel them and think about wearing them. Those are all the new patterns that I loved from April. Of course, there's so many more. Let me know if any of these are going in your queue to knit on this summer. I hope you have a lovely weekend and happy knitting.